How does regulatory compliance impact global supply chain risks? Imagine trying to move goods across the world without knowing if you're following all the rules. It sounds risky, right? That's where regulatory compliance comes into play. It's like a set of traffic laws for international trade, making sure everything flows smoothly and legally. When companies ignore these rules, they face serious problems. Fines can reach millions of dollars, shipments can get stuck at customs, and their reputation can take a hit. Every country has its own rules about trade, safety, and the environment. For example, some nations requiring specific labeling on products, like indicating if food contains allergens or if electronics meet safety standards. Companies must also follow labor laws that protect workers and environmental regulations that limit pollution. If a business doesn't meet these standards, they risk penalties or even being banned from certain markets. Supply chains today are complex, often involving many layers of suppliers across different countries. This makes compliance harder because each supplier must follow local laws. If one supplier breaks a rule, it can cause delays or legal trouble for the entire chain. That's why companies use tools to keep track of their suppliers' compliance status. These tools send alerts if a supplier is at risk of breaking a regulation, helping companies fix issues before they become big problems. Sanctions are another challenge. Some countries are restricted from trading with certain nations or companies. If a business unknowingly trades with a sanctioned entity, they can face heavy fines and restrictions. Managing these restrictions requires constant updates and checks against sanctions lists. It's also important to monitor labor practices and environmental standards. If a supplier uses child labor or dumps waste illegally, the company can face legal action and damage to its reputation. From a transportation point of view, compliance affects how smoothly goods move across borders. Customs procedures can slow down or halt shipments if paperwork isn't correct or if products don't meet safety standards. When companies establish clear compliance policies, they ensure that products are labeled properly, packaged correctly, and meet all safety requirements. This reduces delays and keeps shipments flowing without interruption. To stay on top of all this, companies develop detailed compliance programs. These include risk assessments, training for suppliers, and centralized records of all compliance activities. Building good relationships with suppliers by sharing knowledge and resources helps everyone stay compliant. This teamwork reduces risks and keeps the supply chain resilient. In the end, regulatory compliance acts as a safeguard. It helps companies avoid legal troubles, operational delays, and damage to their reputation. It also supports a smooth flow of goods across borders, making global logistics more predictable and efficient. Staying compliant isn't just about following rules. It's about building a trustworthy, reliable supply chain that can grow and adapt in a changing world.